actually working here? Sorry, TikTok. I'm a bit lost here. There we go. Should I play Van de Ven over Tarkowski? I think Villa will score this weekend. I'll play him over Tarkowski anyway, under any circumstance. The Everton fixture is quite difficult, isn't it? Yeah, how are we doing on TikTok? We should be up and running here. Ready to go. Game week 8, man. Should I start Munoz or Van Dijk? I'd probably go Munoz this week. I'd go Munoz. He was very close to being put in on my wildcard team, but I just don't have the money if I'm going for a Salah and Haaland draft this week. But I think he's a great asset. H7, I really do. It's like, I don't know what it is with Munoz, but he just always, like, he's basically just a right winger, isn't he? It almost seems like cheating picking him in FPL at times. But yeah, big asset. Big asset. Do you think I should captain Salah over Haaland to chase rank? No, I'd go Haaland. I've got both, and I'm, well, chasing rank as well, you could say. So I'll still be going Haaland this week. I think he'll score more. You made your transfers yet? Yeah, this is the wildcard team for Game Week 8. This is the wildcard team. Dumbo says Njai or Reinders. I'd go Reinders personally. H7 says João Pedro or Valdemade. I'll go João Pedro. I'd go João Pedro. I think it's just because in my head, like, you're going to have João Pedro longer term than Valdemade, so there's also the chance that Wissa doesn't go away for AFCON, and then he'll be back playing for Newcastle. So it's like, well, do we take the risk and go Valdemade just for his good form, or do we go João Pedro with his good fixtures longer term? I think I'd do that. Zaim says Sarr over Bruno. It's something I was thinking of doing, but I've went Bruno in the end. I think it's just the case with Bruno. I think it's going to come where he's just going to become a decent asset in FPL, and I think I'll own Sarr a little bit later in a few weeks' time. Zaim says, I'm playing Alderete and Estev this game week. What do you think? I don't mind it. I've went the Leeds defender route instead of the Burnley defender route, but I think either or, whoever you prefer, is completely fine, brother, yeah. Is Salah going to improve, says R-Wave. I think so. I think for me, with Salah now, Manchester United at home's a really good fixture, possibly a captaincy fixture if you really want to. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Salah in Liverpool and just hope things get a little bit better, and I think they will. Should I start Statch or Njai? I'll probably go Statch. Just about, though, just because of the fixture. Virgil or Senesi? Virgil. What do you think? Enzo and Caicedo are going to start? Yes. I do, Vigo. The reason I say this is because I think Maresca said something about the planning to train both of them on Friday, perhaps. Frank Golden in chat says, could I bench boost with Dubravka, Rodon, Anderson and Njai, or should I change some? I'd maybe wait for that bench boost, Frank. Anderson's got a really hard fixture, and Njai's got a hard fixture. Then you're kind of banking on Dubravka and Rodon a little bit more than the others. I think I would lean towards saving it, Frank, in all honesty. But if you think Njai could do something, absolutely go for the bench boost, bro. Why Calvert-Lewin? I think as a cheap asset to afford the team I have, I don't mind him for a few weeks. He's not going to play every single week, of course, within this team. But in the good fixtures he has, I'll go ahead and play him this week. Saka over Salah, says Di. You could say that, yeah. I'm just banking on the triple Arsenal defence within this wildcard team. Why is Bruno so popular? He's not actually. He's not popular. He's only 17% owned. Only 17. When's the best week to bench boost? I would say just with your team, Frank, whenever the bench looks the best. For me, maybe the bench would look a little bit better later down the line for your team. But if you want to play the chip now, absolutely go for it. There's nothing stopping you doing so. I just think we will bank on some uncertainties here. Do you think Spurs has a good chance not to concede? Yes and no. It depends what Villa turn up. It's really hard to tell these days with Villa. Do you think Enzo will play or put him on my bench? I think he'll play. That's why he's starting in my squad here for my wildcard in Gamergate. Do you know if Caicedo will be playing? I think he'll play as well. I'll read out my notes from the press conference if that would help you out, fellas. So, on Enzo Fernandez and other injury doubts, we have Enzo, Moises Caicedo and Pedro Neto. They didn't take part of the session yesterday, the training on Thursday, but we will see if they can train today, and that was Friday. Otherwise, they're going to be out for tomorrow. So what that means to me is if they trained yesterday, they're going to be in, and we've seen a picture of Caicedo training. Nothing on Enzo in terms of pictures. I didn't have a good look later in the evening to see that, but I think both assets will play. Thoughts on Strand Larsen? He's not bad for a few weeks. Frank says, should I start Van der Ven, Rodon, or Senesi if I had to start two? I would go Senesi and Rodon. Oh, actually, no. I would go... Depends on contribution. I'd probably go Senesi and Rodon there. That's a difficult one, though. Do you have a plan to get rid of Reinders? No. He's staying in the team. This is a wildcard team, by the way. I should probably put a picture of the wildcard button in for you. Keep or sell Morgan Rogers. I'd maybe consider keeping him if you really want to just stick with him, but yeah, it's hard to commit to a player like that who's been really hit or miss lately. He's been okay in like very recent weeks, but yeah. Start Enzo or not, says Theo. Yes. Leeds fan by any chance? No. Sunderland fan. Do you think João Pedro will score? I think he'll do well in the fixture. I don't know if he'll score. He's had a difficult few weeks, to be honest with you all. A really difficult few weeks. Maybe that's pushed me towards not having him, but Saka to Enzo for a -4? No. I'd start Saka. Will Enzo play? Yes, I think so. I think Enzo will play. Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to get my wildcard button on screen so you know the crack. There you go. Martinelli can buy? I don't think so. I would stay away from Martinelli. Do you think Alderete will play? If yes, give a probability percentage. I wouldn't give a percentage. What I would say is that I do believe he trained yesterday. I do think in terms of a start, we have to be careful of him being rested potentially and Ballard stepping in, which I think is definitely a possibility, but I do think there's a good chance he'll start. Wilson Isidore hat-trick today. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Will Sunderland keep a clean sheet? I do really hope we do at home. I just really hope Siddiqui plays. If Siddiqui doesn't play for Sunderland today, I think it could be difficult within the midfield, because then we're maybe going to be starting Xhaka, Dan Neil, and maybe like Lafay or Rig, or perhaps Xhaka, Rig, and Lafay. It'll be interesting to see how we line up today for sure. Start Reinders or Caicedo? With the doubts around Caicedo, it's probably better to go Reinders. But Everton are a really difficult team to break. I'd maybe go Reinders just with the uncertainty of Caicedo. But if you really think that Caicedo is definitely going to start and you're not really bothered by the uncertainty, I'd go with Enzo. Enzo's a really great asset for me. Labrie said Siddiqui trained yesterday, so fingers crossed. Jack, I really hope he's around. I think, honestly, he's one of our best signings. I really do. I think Siddiqui's fantastic. Enzo won't play, surely. Why is that, Lou? Bench 1, Rice, Bruno, Reinders. I'd bench... Ooh. You'd probably bench Bruno with that Liverpool fixture. But I still think he'll do okay within the game. United sometimes turn up in these fixtures, and maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I really like your team, but a Fulham score. Yeah, we'll go on bold with the triple Arsenal defence, but hey, go big or go home. Go big or go home. Ekatike or Isak? I'd go Isak personally. I think Schlott's comments about Isak's fitness put him in good stead to be, starting a lot of games coming up in the next few weeks. We've got also Ekatike as a fantastic asset. Be interesting to see how they both play together, whether it'll be both as a 2 up front. But when would you bench boost? Game week 16 is my bench boost window. Yeah. GR says Sesko or Valdemar. I'll probably go Valdemar there. I'm not too keen on Sesko still. Opinions on Salah captain. I'm a Liverpool fan. It's very tempting versus United. I don't think it's a bad option. Obviously, he's my vice captain behind Haaland. I think it's really close between both assets, in all honesty. But I would personally go Haaland this week. I think it's a safer option. We still don't know about Liverpool's form in total. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be the same as before? It's hard to tell. Really hard to tell. I have 4 free transfers, says Frank, but might just do Bruno to Saka and Gyökeres to Valdemar with 2 free transfers. I don't mind it. It gets your Arsenal players in. It gives a switch to Saka, who I think is better than Gyökeres in total. I've captained Isidore. Yes, bro. Kudos or Reinders, says AMP. I'd go Reinders, just about. Accidentally bloody free hit this week. What a waste. Can you not cancel a free hit, dude? I'm sure you can just cancel it. And then you'll just revert back to your old team. I think so. Give it a go. Let me know. I'm pretty sure you can. You can? Yeah, I think I'm right there. What do you think about Salah? I think if you want us to go a bit more in detail with why Salah's in the wildcard team, I was honestly really debating just going Salah instead of Haaland, but it's super risky. Why I wanted to do that is simply because the fixtures coming up for Liverpool are better than Manchester City's. I think they'll start to kick on in the next few weeks, and they've got good longer-term fixtures as well. So holding someone like Salah isn't too bad. It's crazy not having Haaland in. Yeah, that's why I went with a draft with both of them, just to be safe. And I think Haaland's just going to still smash it even in harder fixtures. So, yeah, we've gone with that. Some crack Fulham score. Yeah, we're going bold, bro. We're going bold, but we'll see. I think over the next 6 weeks or so, Arsenal have really good clean sheet percentage. Good morning, Mogs. Good morning, Connor. How are we doing, brother? How are we doing? Pedro's good because of Chelsea's fixtures. Then he's out. I mean, with Pedro, I just can't afford him in this team. I just can't afford him. So I've went Enzo as a cheaper way into the Chelsea team. And if they really start to kick on, maybe I could look to make a transfer to make that possible. But it's really hard with my team value at the moment. It really is. Who's better to start, Bruno or Mbeumo? Who's better to start, Bruno or... I would say Bruno. I wanted to wait for the stream today, but I got impatient and did my Kevin transfer. I brought in Kudus. Nice, dude. Nice. I mean, he did really well last week. I was really impressed with how he did, to be honest. I really was. You a Leeds fan by any chance? No, I'm a Sunderland fan. You'll see the badge. Radu says Eze and Gordon or Saka and a 5 mil mid. I'll go Saka and a 5 mil mid. Someone like Xhaka or Staka or someone like that. Will Enzo play? I think so. In Game Week 9, bench boost for Joel and Lewis, Darlow and Van der Ven. Bench boost then, nice. As a Leeds fan, I wouldn't be picking 3 Leeds players. I'm going to do it, bro. I'm going to do it. You can't stop me. I think you have played all right, Leeds. I do. I think Calvert-Lewin's had a decent chance of going forwards. It's not like I'm going to start 3 Leeds players every single week because that's just not the case. In good fixtures, they will feature in the squad, but it's very much rotational. You know, they're not there to play every single week, and that's how the squad's set up. Good rotations with Anderson to come in. Good rotations with Michele, Rodon, Calvert-Lewin, Stack. All those players will interchange and with good fixtures as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Good way to save money, in my opinion. Finn says Reinders or Njai. I'd go Reinders personally, but it is closer than just that quick answer. Caicedo ? I think he'll play. I think he's a decent asset as well. Igor, I wouldn't with the fixtures at the moment. Captain Salah or Semenyo? Salah. Gehi or Lacroix or Munoz? For me, the order there would be Munoz, Lacroix, Gehi. Do I captain Saka or Haaland? For me, it's Haaland this week. My team this week is Raya, Gabriel, Goodmanson, Kukureya, Njai, Kudus, Sarr, Semenyo, Voldemar, Haaland captain, and Isak with a bench of Darlow, Reinders, Anderson, and Trufford. It's a really nice team, Connor. It really is. Great Leeds picks. Smart man. I think the strong Leeds picks, to be fair. Obviously, again, they're just rotational assets. Use the wild cards. Yep, this week is my wild card week. Kelleher or Sells? Kelleher, probably. You probably need to keep it to interchange there because some of the fixtures aren't too great coming up, but Xhaka over Bruno, I can't lie, says Matthew. There was an argument to go Xhaka over Stack on my bench, but I don't know. It works a little bit better with rotation in the squad, so I think I'm going to commit to this. Connor said, I really don't want to start Reinders when Rodri won't be on the pitch. Reinders tends to play deeper without him, and then Jai scored against City last year. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Matthew says, I've got Xhaka. Good lad. Good lad. I think he's a great asset, Xhaka. Just doesn't quite fit with the rotation I've got in place here. But, yeah, I think he's a great asset. Great asset. Any info on Alderete? With Alderete, I think he did train yesterday. We seen a picture and we kind of identified that was the back of Alderete's leg. So I think he trained yesterday. Whether that indicates a start is another thing. Ballard is more than capable for Sunderland to step in and play next to Michele, and he will do throughout the season at points. Depends what system we play. But yeah, I think he will play. I'll say that now. Why have you got Bruno, says Connor. For me, he's one of those assets that I think will become really good. And it's just like, his data's brilliant. United attack a lot better now. I think I'm going to stick with Bruno. If he's bad in the next few weeks, we can always go Fernandes to Semenyo. It's an easy transfer. Bruno's more expensive than Semenyo and probably will be for a very long time. How aren't people looking at Voldemade? I mean, with Voldemade, yes, I understand he seems like a great pick, but with Wissa perhaps not going to African Cup of Nations, Voldemade doesn't seem like a really long-term pick. He rose in price last night. I sold him on my wild card to get team value within my team, so yeah, I respect the pick completely. I think it's decent, but maybe a bit shorter term than people realise. Bruno or Jadon Anthony, probably this week. This week you probably stick it on Anthony and hope he does well. That's how I'd play it. That's heavy on the Arsenal defence. You think they'll keep a clean sheet? Yeah, I think for the next few weeks they've got a really great chance of a clean sheet in a lot of fixtures. So we're gonna stick with it. And when maybe the fixture's looking a bit iffy, we can always put Dubravka in and just focus on defensive contributions with Gabriel and Timber. No Semenyo. No, I'm planning to go against Semenyo for 4 weeks and then get him in. The next 4 game weeks, it's 3 of them are away fixtures, so that doesn't quite help. And then they're not exactly against easy teams either. But game week 12 onwards, I think, is the time and entry point for me with Semenyo. Triple captain Calvert-Lewin, smart. Maybe not this week. It's very bold. I'm on wildcard anyway, so yeah, we're going to take a chance on Calvert-Lewin. We'll give it a go, but I'm not expecting loads. It's a cheap asset. He just sits in when the fixtures are good. When the fixtures aren't good, he's not going to be playing, guys. I'll be honest. Gakpo and Jai says our ports. It's difficult to say what Gakpo's minutes are going to look like going forward. I think all of the attacking assets of Liverpool are pretty much fit now. Chiesa I'm unsure of. Chiesa's the one I'm unsure of, but I think it's decent. Guessing you're a Leeds fan? No. I'm a Sunderland fan. No. Is Enzo playing? I think he will. Hopefully we get a leak on stream today with some team news. If not, well, it'll be closer to the end of the line stream if I'm being honest for team news. That's normally the case with these things, but I've got my fingers crossed that we can get a little bit of a lineup. Fancy West Ham to win Monday, mate. It's difficult with West Ham because obviously things have kind of only just started rolling. Maybe they're quite new to the system still. I'd say they've got an open chance, yeah. I was going to consider Bowen, but I just can't afford him. I really can't. But yeah, I think they've got a decent chance at home, even though the home ground's terrible. Mogs, you really think Semenyo will do worse than Bruno? Also, won't he be gone for AFCON in Game Week 12? No, not Game Week 12. I think you should go Semenyo over Bruno, maybe give some money back to upgrade TCL or Stack. Nah, I'm going to bet against Semenyo, Connor, this week and for the next 3 weeks after. You think Alderete will start for Sunderland? I think he's got a great chance to start, and he was pictured in training yesterday. But yeah, on Semenyo, I understand he's a great asset. He's been scoring loads, but he has massively overperformed his data, and I think maybe that's something to keep in your mind. If you've got Semenyo, just absolutely keep him. But on a wild card, I think it's a good opportunity for me to go against him for 4 weeks. Have you used your triple captain? No, I've used no chips, but my wild card this week is active. Also, since you're on wildcard, I think maybe Longstack over Statch. He's taken set pieces off him and is a better route to points. I don't know. I think progressive passes percentage and moving the ball forward and attacking Stack is actually okay. So yeah, I've went with him in particular. Leeds 4 today, we hope. Is Okafor a good option? I would say his minutes are very up in the air, so I wouldn't consider him. Horrendous wildcard, bro. Don't start Bruno. No, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Do you think Arsenal clean sheet? I think they've got a great chance of it, Joe. Yeah. But yeah, it's not game week 12, Connor, for AFCON. No. We get the 5 free transfers in. Is it game week 16? I think it's game week 16. You need more Leeds players. Leeds fan by any chance? No. I should just have like a Sunderland crest in the corner here. I'm a Sunderland fan, guys. The Leeds players rotate really well with the players I have in my 11. But yeah, I think they've looked all right, Leeds. I really do. Does Enzo start? Exclamation mark? Question mark? Yes, I think so. Surely that's not your actual wildcard team? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. You should have 3 Burnley players. They don't rotate as well in my squad. The goalkeeper in Dubravka, of course, does. You start Stack. Well, I'm going to go Bruno over Stack. You think he starts based on what? He didn't even train. Well, yeah, he didn't train on Thursday. Maresca said he has got a possibility of training on the Friday, which was yesterday. If not, and he doesn't start, that's completely fine. We've got Stack first on the bench there, who I think's okay this week. I think Enzo's a good asset to have longer term. Do you advise captain Semenyo or Ekitike? I think Semenyo's minutes are a lot better than Ekitike, so I would go for Semenyo, even though it's a really difficult fixture. You'll kick yourself when Enzo plays 5 minutes. I think if he's injured and he's not trained yesterday, he's just not going to play at all. It doesn't make sense to risk him. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's either going to play or he's not going to play. You reckon Bruno does something? I think with Liverpool, the defence hasn't been fantastic, has it? So we're going to bet that Bruno does something within the game. United sometimes turn up in these fixtures and actually do pretty okay. Of course, they beat them in the cup, didn't they? I mean, all he needs is a pen. I mean, Kieran, he's missed 2 out of his 3 pens, so I hope he's bloody still on penalties. Yeah, very, very frustrating under Bruno Fernandes, but we're going to stick with him. I understand a lot of people are against that, but that's completely fine. You don't have to do the same things as me, you know what I mean? Oh, I just clicked that wrong button there. Oops. Yeah, but he's been playing much deeper, so without a pen, I see a struggle where he gets involved, IMO. Kieran, he's involved massively with everything United do, and in fact, when we've looked at the points between Bruno in a more attacking role and a deeper role, they're very, very similar in all honesty. Very, very similar. Even though he's a deeper role, all that matters is he's getting the goal involvement, and he's up there creating, and he always is. Is Caicedo playing? I think he will, yes. I was thinking of Enzo, but the flag scared me off. Also, I know it's unlikely, but Garnacho looked class, and maybe he could take minutes in that cam role alongside with that other 20 players. I think Garnacho will predominantly play on that left wing, in all honesty, Connor. But I understand there's a lot of players there who can play in and out of position. Njai for Xhaka or Kudus. I'd play Xhaka and Kudus ahead of Njai. Can I ask your thoughts on Spurs assets? I got Van der Ven, Kudus, Richarlison, and then I thought about bringing in Valdemado for Richarlison. I don't think that's a bad transfer, Valdemado for Richarlison. Yeah, I don't mind that. I put Rice in, nice. I don't mind Rice as an asset in FPL, you know. I really don't. Do you think Spence will play? Let me just check my notes on Spurs. 2 seconds. I'll have to scroll quite far down for that. Where the hell is Spurs? Spurs. It's predicted that Udogie starts, actually, within this predicted lineup that I have, but you could consider him. You could. Gakpo, Semenyo, Kudus, Reinders, Saka, bench 1. Bench 1 of them. Probably Reinders or Gakpo. Legend, thanks. No worries, man. No worries. I feel like there's not many great striking options other than Haaland, really. Yeah, I'm not really keen on too many strikers. I'm really not. I mean, I liked Evan Nielsen as a differential. I liked Mateta as a differential. But at the end of the day, I think putting more money into my midfield was perhaps the better play on this wildcard. I took Reinders out for Minte. Proper gamble. Nice. We love a bit of different play. You know, Minte isn't a bad option, is he? I think I quite like Minte. Big slab of juice. Best replacement for Doku. If you want to get rid of Doku, if you can stretch to Enzo, I don't think that's a bad idea. Kudus is okay as well. Those type of assets are not too bad. Valdemade or Thiago or Ego. Or Thiago Ego. Valdemade probably. I'd say Valdemade there. Reinders or Watkins? With Watkins, there was a... Hold on, there was some information about Watkins that I needed to check up on. I haven't done so yet. Give me 2 seconds on that one. So he got asked about the availability of Ollie Watkins, and Emery offered this line instead, which was, tomorrow, Saturday, we will train again, and normally he will be ready for Sunday. So I think Watkins will play, so I would go Watkins in that case. I'd go a bit different with it. If you really want to go Reinders, you absolutely can, though. Alderete for Senesi or Van der Ven. If you had to pick between those two, you'd maybe go Van der Ven. Nobody talking about Buendia. I mean, Villa's fixtures aren't amazing, are they? Should I trust Kudus or get him out? Trust him. I think he's a great asset for Spurs. Having Jai as a keep for long term. We'll probably bench this week. The fixtures don't look amazing for Everton coming up, I'll be honest with you. But Njai looks like a decent asset, and I think he's worth considering to keep. It's not an immediate sell, you know what I mean? I'll give it a few weeks and see how they're coping. That's how I'd play it. Do I play Van der Ven, Mukiele, or Leeds centre-back, or better off bench boosting? Depends what the rest of your bench looks like, in all honesty, Luke. But I do like Mukiele. Van der Ven as well. I think it's decent this week. But Leeds, I think, have got a decent chance of a clean sheet as well. No orange, no party. I'll probably join a bit later, Zafran, but nice to see you in chat, bro. Nice to see you in chat, man. Do we think Richarlison will start for Spurs? Yes and no. I think last fixtures when he got benched, wasn't it? I'd give him this week. Start Enzo or Larson. Enzo. Stick with Vicario or change him for Raya / Pope. I would change him. Nice to see you too, Mogs. Nice one, Zafran. It's great to have you part of the community, mate. Gravenberch or Njai? I'd probably go Njai there. I think he's got better routes to points, doesn't he? Yeah, I'd go for that personally. Start Richarlison and risk it, or start Njai against City. I'd go Richarlison there. Should I bench boost with Dubravka, Mukiele, Lacroix, and Sarr? Yes, that's a great bench. My bench is all for Dubravka, Njai, Mukiele, lead centre-back. I could do Njai for someone, then bench boost. I don't mind that bench boost, Luke, in all honesty. Now you've mentioned that it's the Njai's the other player. That looks alright if you really want to consider it. Will Enzo play? I think so, Harry. I think so. There is caution there, but I don't think it's bad. I don't. Who shall I start? Alderete, Gehi, or Sonetti? Alderete's got a great chance of a clean sheet, I think, at home. Yeah, I'd maybe go Alderete there, but it's obviously different, isn't it? Because he didn't show up to training on Thursday. Yeah, he didn't train on Thursday, Enzo. There was a possibility of a Friday training session, though, which was mentioned in the press conference, so we'll bank it on that. Really want to get in Sarr and Enzo Fernandez this week, but not sure if I do one or even neither. Njai, Semenyo, Kudus, Reinders, stack. It's hard to squeeze them assets in all honesty, isn't it? I mean, Bournemouth's a difficult side for Sarr, so maybe he could wait a week. Enzo, I think, is a person that could wait a week as well if you're cautious on the injury, but I do think he'll play. Esteve or Van de Ven? I'd go Esteve. I'd go Esteve there. Guys, stop spamming chat. Sorry. Why no Stack? I'm going to go Bruno over Stack this week. We'll see if he can do something against a slightly out of form Liverpool side. We'll see. I don't know. I think Saar outperforms both Reinders and Stack. This week, do you think? I'm not sure on this week. Take the chance with Enzo? I am, yes. You're going to get 53 points. Prediction. Nice. Yeah, I'm taking a chance with Enzo. Whoever said that chat there, sorry. Senesi or Burn? I'd probably stick with Senesi there. No Saka or Eze? No, we're going triple Arsenal defence. We're going crazy. We're playing absolute haram ball in FPL, which is crazy, but we're going for it. We're going for it. Van de Ven or Rodon? Probably Van de Ven. It's a bit safer, isn't it? Why the Salah? I've bought both Haaland and Salah in this team. I was really torn between which one to go for, but yeah, we've committed to that. I do this week, Mogs. I know Bournemouth are good, but Palace have been in outstanding form, and Saar tends to perform in big games. Yeah, I think the recent meeting Wi-Fi might have just cut there. Sorry, guys. Thoughts on Valdemades at HS? HS Tiki-Toki in the chat. I think he's decent. Yeah, I think he's decent. Caicedo, yeah, good option. Hi, FPL King. Yes, Nico, lads. Am I crazy to captain, triple captain Haaland? Maybe in this fixture, I would say a little bit. It's out the, like, it's not exactly optimal, we'll say. Thank you, Nico, for the heart me. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, dude. Legend, bro. But in my opinion, that's not good to have two defenders or goalkeepers from one team. So my defence will be Pope, Gabriel, Gehi, Van de Ven with a bench of Dubravka, Senesi, Esteve. Yeah, that's completely fine to think that, Saffron. That's fine. Why do you still have Salah? I've just brought him back in this week. Everyone, the Wi-Fi is going absolutely crazy right now. Apologies. Why not Stack over Reinders? Leeds fan. I see Stack playing well, maybe Defcon and a goal contribution. I still think Reinders has really great minutes for City. If Rodri's out, I think he'll play longer than he did last week, which is great news. I just think Reinders is a decent option in FPL. I really do. With Stack, I think it's going to be a closer game. I do think Leeds will beat Burnley. I think they've looked a little bit better within the Premier League, and in fact, maybe unlucky within recent fixtures. I think especially last week against Spurs. Quite unlucky not to get something, at least a draw, but Calvert-Lewin looks great as an asset. His numbers look fantastic as well, but just needs to be a bit more clinical, and I think that will come. Can you give me the best wildcard team? Well, this is a wildcard team. It's a very risky one. So I maybe wouldn't advise you go for it. But having sort of Haaland in, players who you know are doing really well in good form is probably the move I'd go for. I can't exactly give you a full wildcard team. This is kind of my personal team, though. This team seems greedy. Oh, yes, it's greedy. We're getting greedy with the team. Sorry, everyone on YouTube there. Can you help with my free transfers? Ryan Van de Ven. Virgil van Dijk, sorry. Guardiola, Van de Ven, Timber, Njai. Semenya Kudus, Pedro, Haaland, subs. I don't think I would do anything with your team, to be honest. Josh, I wouldn't do anything. How much do you have left over? 0.6. You can see on TikTok, you can see in the top right-hand corner my team value and what's left in the bank, as well as my rank. You think Valdemade is a good pick? Yes. If you're on TikTok, by the way, double tap that screen. We're very close to 1k likes on stream today. We normally hit about 7k likes on the stream, so let's see if we can get that. Senesi or Lacroix? Lacroix. Nico with the finger heart gift. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Kudus or Minte? We'll probably go Kudus there. I think perhaps just better minutes. Should I sell Gyökeres, Dewsbury Hall, or Nico Williams? I go Nico Williams first out. We are so back. Yes, Jack, we are back. I hate international breaks, man, honestly. Taking the Enzo punt then? Absolutely. What do you think of Saka? Absolutely fantastic. I think he's great. Yeah, I really do like Saka, but we're going with triple Arsenal defense. We're going crazy. Thank you, Nico, for the gift, man. Really appreciate that. Zafran, Sarr/Enzo. I believe Sarr will do great, but Chelsea's fixtures are easier. Enzo will play 10 and take pens and free kicks. Yeah, I think I like Enzo slightly better than Sarr, but it's that kind of injury news that's putting him out of contention for my squad this week. My wildcard, sorry. Who do I replace with Mbeumo? I had to keep Mbeumo just for this week. Not for this week. What am I saying? I don't know if there's particularly a transfer you can immediately make that would drastically improve your team, because I don't know the rest of your team. If you can stretch up to Saka, great. If you can get to Enzo, fantastic. Nico with the gifts again. Nico, you're too kind, bro. Thank you so much. Gravenberch or Minte? Lachlan, I'd probably say Minte in that situation. Saw your YouTube video and just noticed the team has changed again. Triple Arsenal defense, Salah and Haaland. Yeah, it's changed pretty drastically, Joshua. The press conference information really took a turn that I didn't expect, and yeah, we've made some changes. Fernandez to Saka, Mogs. No, I can't afford that. I cannot afford that, sadly. But yeah, if I did have the money, I would make that move, but I can't, sadly. Just it's really close, that move though. But we'll go in triple Arsenal defense anyway, so I wouldn't have the fourth Arsenal slot. You know what I mean? Do you think Caicedo will play as Apollo? Yeah. Dubravka, Munoz, Van der Ven, Anderson, Semenyo, Bruno, Luis Paqueta, Mbeumo, Gyökeres, Mateta, Haaland, Petrovic, Senesi, Goodmanson, Dewsbury Hall, Seri. I think that's a really strong team. I like that. As well, Paqueta is a really interesting one for me. Should I bench boost? I've got Dubravka, Van der Ven, Munoz, and Enzo. Yes. Alfie, that is a good bench boost. I'm hoping you haven't just put the best players on the bench and you're just putting that in chat, because maybe the rest of your team doesn't look great, but yeah. Apparently Foden isn't playing because his daughter has cancer. Does he have a daughter? I didn't know he had a daughter. That's very sad if that is true. Enzo won't play, bro. Why do you think that, Connor? Let's look at YouTube here. Imagine there's a 4.5 striker, starts for any team. Would be great to have Salah and Haaland draft again. Heard that Marshall Lads plays for West Ham is going to get minutes now. Yeah, I've seen that. Another gift from Nico on TikTok. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, Marshall of West Ham was an interesting one I seen, but we went Mark Yu instead. I think he's maybe going to get some minutes going up. He's kind of just a placeholder, in all honesty. Hey, mate, Gordon to Saka and Gyökeres to Voldemade is... yeah, I'll probably do that move. I probably would. I've seen it somewhere. I'll have a look in a bit. I don't know, Connor. Someone put in chat about Foden's child. I don't know. I don't want to read it again. I'm not too sure it's true. I think someone's just trolling, but we'll have a look at it. I'm sorry. I'm selling Dewsbury Hall, Xhaka, and bench Nico Williams. That's fair, bro. That's fair. Connor Fitness, Senesi, Lacroix, and Reinders. Who do I bench? Ooh, I'd Look, I would honestly consider Senesi being a bench, but that's just because I don't think there's a good chance of clean sheet. I think Lacroix outscores Senesi this week. Better chance of a clean sheet, in my opinion. Reinders, you could bench over both of them if you really want to play it. Thoughts on Saka captain? I really don't mind Saka captain. I don't. Caicedo, Reinders, or Njai. Start 2. Ooh, Caicedo, Reinders. Caicedo, Reinders. No Semenyo's crazy work. I'm going against them for 4 weeks. Difficult fixtures, 3 of them being away. We're going to go for it. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but is starting Xhaka or Reinders crazy? No. Or do you mean over Reinders? No, I wouldn't say that's crazy. Will Enzo play, said Oliver? I think so, yes. Salah out, Saka in. Nah, I'm gonna go with Salah. I really want to have Salah in. What was the press conference information, mate? Missed it. Was there any big news? There's a few things that impacted my team in particular. Sorry. Yeah, Morris, it's, I don't think it's crazy, no. I mean, I am a Sunderland fan, so maybe there's bias there, but I do think it's a really good opportunity for Xhaka this week. It really depends for me if Noah Siddiqui plays alongside him, but I'm not too sure. I still think Xhaka's a really great option. But in terms of press conference information, there was a few parts that affected my team personally. If you need to know anything specific about a team, let me know. I'll inform you about my notes. Best Dewsbury Hall replacement for 5.5. I think your move before was Xhaka. I didn't mind that particularly. Gyökeres out and Reinders in. I'd probably start Gyökeres this week. Everton are hard difficult to break down. Enzo playing, I think he will, yes. I've got Raya, Senesi, Timber, Gehi, Rhinus. Yeah, Alfie, that's a nice team. I like the Isak move as well. I do. I really do. Start Caicedo or Reinders. I'll probably go Caicedo. Just done Gyökeres to Valdemade and Bruno to Saka. Nice, Morris, nice. Just don't get Gyökeres in, lads. He's been horrendous. Horrid, no bias. I mean, I don't mind Gyökeres as a pick. He went down in price last night, actually. But yeah, I'm going triple Arsenal defence instead. Took Bruno Fernandes out for Eze. What's your take? I don't mind the move. I think Eze is a bit of a shorter term move. I think for 4 to 5 weeks he'll play where Odegaard plays. But I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, you can absolutely punt on a short-term pick. I think he'll do quite well. I think Eze will do quite well. I think his impact in the team will be quite high as well, playing that position. I think he's really technical. Punt on Esteban over Enzo. Ooh. I think the rotation probably won't allow for amazing minutes for Esteban. But if you think he can start pretty much every game going forward, you could consider that. Thoughts on Doku? Should I take him out? I mean, I don't know if I'm missing something about Doku here, because someone else mentioned that. I think he'll play. I think Doku will play. What about Saka over Bruno and downgrade DCL Mogs? No. I'm definitely going to stick with this team. I like the thinking of how to get Saka in there, though. That makes sense to me. But it would just sacrifice too much for me. Do I take a -4 for Saka? Depends who you transfer in, Patrick. Depends who that's going. Even Eze is a better pick than Gyökeres, Imo, Saka, Gabriel, Timber, Eze, Raya Eze in that order. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Rough team, do you reckon? This is my wildcard team, bro. Be scared. Do I sell Shrewsbury Hall or Nico Williams? I'd go Nico Williams out. Is about to have Enzo and Caicedo on the same team? Not really, no. Template. Yeah, this is template. Yeah, anti-template team, James. Anti-template. If your team's anti-template, it's bad. That's just the rules on TikTok here. Why Calvert-Lewin? I think he's got great attacking data. I think if he just finishes a few of these chances, he'll do okay. He's really a rotational asset, I'll be honest though, bro. Odegaard is out. Eze will play in a position and maybe he'll flourish. Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll do really well in the position. Are you expecting a penalty at Anfield today? I mean, even if so, Bruno's probably going to miss it. But I think there's just maybe a little bit better of a chance for Bruno over Stack this week to get points. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think defensive contributions are probably going to be there for Bruno. United do attack well, and sometimes in these games they just do turn up. So yeah, we'll stick with that. Is Rodgers worth keeping? I think he's worth considering keeping, yeah. It's just been a rough time for Rodgers owners, I'll be really honest with you. But in recent weeks he's looked a bit better. He has. Just over an hour to go to the deadline, by the way, guys. If you're on TikTok, make sure you double tap on that screen. Really supports the live stream. Let's see if we can get to 2k likes in the next few minutes. Pick 2 to start. Enzo, Paqueta, Sarr. Ooh, that's so hard. I'd maybe go Enzo and Sarr and bench Paqueta there, but Paqueta looks a really great option this week, so I'd try squeeze him in when possible, perhaps over Sarr if you really want to. Would you sell Enzo? No. Why are you keeping Enzo in and still keeping Bruno even against Liverpool? I think Liverpool. I think Bruno longer term will start to pay. In terms of Enzo, I think he'll play as well. Ops on Gakpo. I don't know how his minutes will look in the future, HR. Jack says, Dubravka, Donnarumma, Gabriel Senesi, Tarkovsky, Anderson, Rodon, Reinders, Fernandez, Semenyo, NGI, Stack, Gyökeres, Pedro, Haaland. 5 free transfers, 1 mil in the bank. Fernandez to Saka. Fernandez to Saka doesn't seem like a bad option for your team. You need some Newcastle players. I appreciate the investment in Newcastle assets in FPL, but I can't afford the ones I want with this team, so we're going to take a miss until the fixtures get maybe a little bit better. Alderete or Burn? It depends who's. If you're playing Burn every week, probably Burn. If you're just wanting a rotational asset, Alderete is probably the better one. Any Liverpool attackers to pick other than Salah? I think Isak's maybe the only one I'd possibly consider. Should I sell Nico Williams and Shrewsbury Hall for a -4? It depends who you bring in. Thanks, no worries. Top wildcard picks. I think Enzo's great. I think Haaland's great. And an Arsenal defender. I think having a structure of that will put you in good stead with a wildcard. Then just pick other players that you like. Njai, Reinders, Bruno, Kudus. Choose 2. For this game week, I would go Reinders and Kudus. Would you take Rodon out, mate? Leeds are definitely not keeping a clean sheet. No, I would stick with Rodon this week. I think defensive contributions at least are going to happen within this fixture in particular. It's going to be a close game. I don't think there'll be many goals. I think it'll be a very cagey affair. Xhaka and someone for 5.3. You could go Xhaka and... Could you afford Munoz? Maybe. Dan Burns an option as well. You could go. I think I quite like him as a defender. How many points do you reckon Calvert-Lewin will get? I don't know exactly on points. I don't like to assume points. I just like to assume performance. And I think his numbers have looked really good for Leeds so far. And the Leeds have actually been pretty unlucky in recent weeks, in my opinion. I think they're against Spurs were particularly unlucky. But yeah, if Calvert-Lewin can get a shooting boot on for Leeds, I think he'll do quite well. Get rid of Enzo for Caicedo? No. Thank you very much for the heart me, James. I really appreciate that, bro. Really appreciate that, man. Start Dubravka or Petrovic this week. I'd probably go... I think both will concede. So I would go with whoever you think will make more saves, which for me will probably be Petrovic. And there is probably a better chance for Petrovic to get a clean sheet anyway. How do you change formation? Can you show me? I can't on TikTok, but because it's a still image on screen here. But if you literally just go onto your bench and sub a player in, it will automatically do the substitution changes. No Sunderland kit today? Yes, there is. It's not a kit, but it's a retro jumper from the 90s, I do believe. Very happy to have it. Goalkeeper for this week. My goalkeeper for this week is David Raya. Is Caicedo playing? I think he will play. I think he will. We're at 2k likes on TikTok. Appreciate that, everyone. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get 3k. We've got an hour. We've got an hour to beat the record. Let's go. Captain Saka over Haaland. It's a bold move. It really is. I think Haaland's the best captain this week, though. Very, very, very close with Mo Salah, though. Very, very close. I can tell you're 3.6 million in the world. No worries, JT. I'll see you in game week 38, mate. Mike Captain Salah, thoughts? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Isaac and Eze or Saka and Valdemade. Ooh. I'll probably go Saka and Valdemade there. Thanks, JT, bro. I don't know how to do it. You literally, your formation change, bro, is you just... Let's say you've got 4 defenders and you want a midfielder on. Sub your midfielder for that defender and it will automatically change your formation. Dewsbury Hall out for Xhaka and Nico Williams out for Burn. What do you think for a -4? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Can I play Gravenberch over Enzo? You can play Gravenberch over Enzo, but I would play Enzo over Gravenberch personally. United smashed your team, by the way, Mogs. You know what? They didn't smash our team. I think they smashed us within when the first 2 goals happened, and then we made the formation change against you guys, Afran. It was a really even game, I thought. I really did. I think United did play a lot better, though. We were sloppy on the day, and I think that's our worst performance of the season. Leeds fan? Yes, I'm talking about Sunderland right now, and I'm a Leeds fan. No. Predicted lineup doesn't even have Enzo in. Starting, just to let you know. It depends where you've got your starting lineup from. Because my predicted lineup has Enzo starting as the 10. Mike Captain Isidore. Fellow Sunderland fan, I see. Bruno Fernandes to Saka from -4. From -4, it's difficult, but you could go for it. Footmob says you will play. Yeah, a lot of different things and services will have things mixed about. So yeah, easy game versus Wolves. It's not an easy game. It's not. Every game in the Premier League is difficult. I think with Wolves have looked better, especially within the last 2 fixtures. I think have been unlucky not to come away with more points. But yes. Alderete was having a stinker. No, man, he didn't. Morning, Muck. Joining you on the wildcard. Good luck. Thank you very much, FPL Punk. Glad to see you dropping in this morning. I hope your wildcard looks as good as mine. Yeah, we're going a bit different on my wildcard, Punk, bro. Going a bit different, man. Gyökeres or Valdemade? Gyökeres probably longer term. Valdemade shorter term, I'd say. I reckon West Ham will go down. I think they've looked a lot better in recent games. I really do, under Nuno especially. If they sell Paqueta, West Ham go down. You're probably right there. That's pretty bad. Yes, Leighton lad, thank you very much. I'm a Liverpool fan and have 1 Liverpool player. I'm a Sunderland fan and have 1 Sunderland player. There you go. Sell Bruno and Gu, buy 2 better players. Nah. I appreciate the thought process there, but we're going to stick with Bruno. Who's messaging me? Caicedo or Njai? I'll go Caicedo. Donnarumma or Dubravka to start? I'd go Donnarumma. How many points you won since start? I don't know the points total, but my rank's top right corner of TikTok screen, and on YouTube, it's like the middle of my screen. Appreciate all the likes on TikTok as well. Let's keep it going, guys. Pedro Porro or Diouf? Diouf, I think, is a very underrated asset right now. What 6.5 mil options are good to replace Njai for a better bench boost? 6.5 million. Let me have a little look on my sheet here. 6.5 midfielders. Ismail Assar's not a bad option longer term. I'd probably say Ismail Assar would be my transfer there if you really wanted to. I'm top 2.3 mil, decent. Yeah, absolutely. We're so early in the season, guys. I'll be really honest. I don't think your rank matters massively until maybe everyone's used the chips in like game week 19 for the first half of the season. Of course, it matters anyway, but like it's more so then when everyone's used their chips to their disposal. Good luck with this game week, lads. See you next. See you next week, Zafran, bro. Thanks for just stopping by, man. Really appreciate it, bro. Do I start a Stev? You could do, yeah. Next week I'm wildcard and then I'll get some Liverpool players. I think that's fair. Is it bad I just chuck out Fernandes for Estevao and still have Rodgers in? If that's what you want to do, hell, absolutely go for it, man. Bit risky, of course, with minutes and stuff, but... Where's Orange Apple? I don't know, bro. I don't know if he said last stream if he was away on the was it a lads trip he's on? I can't remember. He'll be a bit busy though. Let's see if he might come in later in the stream, guys. You think Enzo's starting? Says your mum. Yeah. Didn't know my mum watched my streams. Keep or get rid of Greenish and Tarkowski. Greenish I'd maybe... I mean, this week, if you're struggling with players, you could get rid of him because obviously he won't play this week. Tarkowski's he's decent for defensive contributions and things like that, but yeah, tough to call. Sunderland says, will Ballard start? I don't know. I mean, Alderete trained yesterday, mate, so it's like, is he going to rest Alderete and play Ballard instead? I don't know. I think Alderete will start, though. It's hard to tell what system we'll play. This team lacks Saka. It does. I would agree. But I just don't have the money to extend from Bruno up. I also wanted to commit to the triple Arsenal defence. Bruno on wildcard is crazy work. I know, Jack. I know it is. I think triple Arsenal defence is crazy work as well, but not many people are saying that in chat, so I think it's okay. Hopefully Mukiele right back. I mean, that's a possibility, actually, isn't it? Stack for Bruno, says Hayden. It's something you could consider with this team, yeah. We're gonna go for it though. We're gonna go for Bruno this week. I captained and triple captained Bruno. What? Who said that in chat there? Because that's wild. K. That's crazy. Cunha's going under the radar. I would somewhat agree there, James. George Kent in chat, how you doing? Connor says, can never be too busy for a Moog stream. Thank you, Connor, man. I appreciate that. What do you think Gakpo as a pick? I think his minutes will be impacted going forward. I'm not too certain on Gakpo. Should I play Enzo? I think so, yeah. We're going to be looking out for team leaks and things like that. We'll see what comes up. I don't know if it will. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing obviously coming out at the moment about team leaks, so we'll wait and see, of course. But yeah. What do you think about triple captain Haaland? I wouldn't this week personally. I wouldn't this week. I think Leeds are difficult to break down. I really do. Yeah. Calvert-Lewin question mark? Yeah. I think he's a cheap asset. His defensive data, his attacking data has been brilliant. Let's just hope he finds the net in the easy fixtures he will play in. He's a rotational asset for my squad, though. I'll tell you that now. I'm triple captain Calvert-Lewin. That's bold. Bloody hell. That is bold. I'm not sure I'd triple captain Calvert-Lewin or perhaps even captain him this week. I'll be completely honest with you, dude. Yeah. What's your prediction with Leeds versus Burnley? I think it'll be a really cagey game. Not too many goals within the fixture, but I think Leeds will come out on top. I'm only 2 points off the top of your table for the Mogs Mini League. Could move to third to first this game week. Let's hope, bro. Let's hope. Great to have you top. Bruno Gyökeres to Bowen Saka, free or roll. I would probably do that move, Dame Peter. Yeah, I don't mind that move actually. Bowen's one of those assets I would love to have in my team, but I just can't stretch up with Salah and Haaland. Is Enzo going to start? Yes, I think he will. We'll see if we get a team leak later in the stream, though, so make sure you stick around. What do you think about Mbeumo? I think he's underrated. Very underrated as an FPL asset. He, in fact, went down in price last night. Bit of a harder game this week, of course, so maybe not the week to bring him in, but if you already have him, I would definitely keep him. Start Kudus or Fernandez? Kudus, please. I think he's pretty good. Did brilliant last week, Kudus. Senesi or Richards? Richards. Would you bench boost Bravka, Mukiele, Juve, and Droopy Hall? Yes. What's the FPL Mini League? Right, guys, on TikTok, those who are watching right now, if you want to join my FPL Mini League, go over to the YouTube live stream. The link is in the bio, and in the description of the YouTube live stream, there's an automatic join link. That's the easiest way you'll be able to join the FPL Mogs Mini League. I'd love to see a lot more of you in there. We've already got loads of people in. Let's see who can come top in the Mini League. So yeah, just click the link in the bio, go to the YouTube, go to the descriptions, and auto-join link there. And feel free to subscribe when you're over as well. Bournemouth better defence, but Minos attack and threat. Yeah, you could look at it that way. You could look at it that way for sure. What do you think about João Pedro, captain? No. Not for me. Not for me. Is Enzo playing today? I think he will. Start one, bench the rest. Enzo, Richarlison, Dowd start Enzo and risk it. If you don't want to risk it, I'd probably go ahead and start Doku. Green screen's banging off the wall. Who's the best defender up to 5 mil? I mean, probably Senesi's up there, but his fixtures are looking a bit hard now. Yeah, his fixtures are looking difficult. Caicedo will start. I think he will. I think he will. We're close to 3k likes as well on TikTok. Double tap that screen if you can. Would you bench boost with Richarlison, Senesi, Alderete, and Dubravka? Yes. Bro, Calvert-Lewin. I know, Z. I know. Triple up on Arsenal defence. Risky. It is. It is risky, but we're going for it, bro. We're going for it. Let's go crazy. How much is he? 5.5. Just joined your mini league. Nice. If anyone else wants to join the mini league, go to the YouTube live stream. Scroll in the description. There should be an automatic join link. Do you think Tonali will be a good pick? Yeah, I do. Any players you'd recommend transferring in, bro? I'd consider Sarr, Enzo, an Arsenal defender. Is it good to have 3 Newcastle players? If you really rate them that highly, yeah, you could go for it. Should I put Calvert-Lewin in instead of Gyökeres? Probably not, no. João Pedro, Van de Ven, or Njai. This week, João Pedro. Gordon underrated? Yeah. I think as an FPL asset, he could be decent going forward. What place are you overall in Mill? In Mini League? Oh, in Mini League, I don't know. Can't remember. Thoughts on transferring in Brian Smalls? Yeah, Brian Smalls is a decent asset. A lot cheaper than people think, and of course really small. So yeah, I'd definitely consider him, James. I would. City get beat by Everton. Haaland gets injured. What in the voodoo witchcraft is that? I don't think that'll happen. Start Isidore or Van de Ven? Isidore. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. You've got to let Salah go, bro. No, I've just brought him back in. Absolutely not. To take a hit on Njai to bring in Enzo or Gakpo or anyone else, would you recommend? I have 3 mil in the bank and already have Saka and Buemo, Reinders, and Semenyo. I wouldn't take a hit, in all honesty. Up the mags? Absolutely not, mate. Mind the gap, Jamie. Mind the gap. Do you avoid Newcastle? No. I'm not biased with my FPL picks, bro. I'm really not. I'd burn in my first wildcard draft a few days ago, dude. Burn is a need. Yeah, I think he's really good going forward. I really do. It depends, because like if he's playing left back, his defensive contribution numbers do get reduced, and I think that's quite bad. But if he does play centre back, it's really nice to see, like, because like his defensive contribution points will be higher. But yeah, I do really like Burn as a pick. Is Enzo playing? I think he will play, yes. Why use Enzo? He's injured. He's not. I don't think so. He didn't train Thursday. But he could have trained on Friday, which was said in the press conference. There was a better quote about that, but I can't quite remember what it was. Let me try to find it. Yeah, so Enzo, Caicedo, and Pedro Neto, they didn't take part of the session on Thursday, but we'll see if they can train today, which was the Friday. Otherwise, they're going to be out for tomorrow. So, yeah. But at the same time, we have Enzo doubt, Moises doubt, and Pedro doubt. We'll see how it goes. But I think Enzo will be a greater pick going forward. So no hits, says Killcheck. No, if you're really desperate for Enzo, you could do that for Njai. I think that's a really good move. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. Enzo confirmed fit? No, he's not. Do you think Anthony will be available? I missed that. I think you'll be a part of the team. Yeah. Lyle Foster picked up an injury on international duty. Yeah, I think Anthony will play. Eze and Salah or Saka and Njai. I would go Eze and Salah. It's difficult, Roy, because a lot of people don't like Salah. I think he'll be okay in recent weeks. I'd probably go that way. Sorry, I'm so late, lad. How are we? It's no worries, Orange Man. No worries. How are we doing, bro? It's good to have you in stream as always. No Kudus. No Kudus for me. Start Doku or Enzo. I'd probably go Enzo. Ekitike or Bruno Fernandes. Ooh, Bruno this week, probably, Connor. If you were to replace Bruno, who would you get? If I had a bit more money, it would be Saka. If I had a bit more money. But I don't. Burn or Mukiele? Mukiele is good as a rotational asset. Burn, if you want to play him like each and every week, is pretty good. What do you think about Kudus? Kudus is decent, yeah. I had him last week, but this week's my wild card, so a fresh new team. Would you have Munoz or Senesi on wild card? I'd have Munoz, Jack. I'd have Munoz. What 1 week punts do you like the look of? Isidore as a 1 week punt, pretty juicy. You could go Xhaka as a 1 week punt. Perhaps Robin Roofs. I think Sunderland assets are pretty good as a 1 week punt with a good fixture. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 1 week punt. Salah as well. Obviously, 1 week punts are normally cheaper. Is Enzo going to start though? I think he will. We'll see if we get some team leaks on this stream. We'll potentially get those close to the deadline though. We've got 44 minutes till the deadline. So we'll see how we get on with team news. I've gone 4-3-3, prioritising clean sheets and DEFCON's opinions. Yeah, wise. Very wise. For me, I've kind of done the same with this lineup in particular, with 4 at the back, 4 midfield, and 2 up front. Do you think Thiago is going to get points? I think Thiago's decent as a cheap striking option. What do you think about Kudus? Yeah, good. Really good. Mukiele or Burn? Bjorn, I think Mukiele as a rotational asset is good. I think Burn as a person who's going to start pretty much every single week for you is probably the move. What rank am I? It's in the top right of the screen at the moment. On TikTok, you should be able to see it. And it's in the middle of the screen on my YouTube live stream. Appreciate everyone double tapping the screen on TikTok as well. We're almost at 3k likes. Let's see if we can go up to 4. I'm 62,000th in the world, says Speedy Smith. Let's go, dude. Let's go. It's cut off on TikTok. Right. I'll see if I can fix that. How is it cut off, Owen? How is it cut off, and I'll be able to fix it? Is anything else cut off as well? Because I'll be able to fix it for you live on stream here. Xhaka or Kudus? This week I'd go probably into Kudus to start, but Xhaka's a really decent option. You need to just move a bit more to the left. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. There you go. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if that's better. Sar or Enzo on wildcard? Enzo for me. It's just about, though. That's a really close decision. What do you think about captaining Isidore from Sunderland? It's very risky. Probably something I wouldn't do. I think Isidore's differential within himself enough to just do that. Dane Peter says, bench Alderete or Senesi? Senesi. On wildcard this week, thoughts of the team. Raya, Rodon, Virgil, Calafiori, Kudus, Enzo, Semenyo, Saka, João Pedro, Haaland, Valdemade. That's solid, mate. That's solid orange. I don't think there's much I'd change. I would question Calafiori to maybe Gabriel, but if you like Calafiori, I don't particularly mind that. Burn for Nico Williams, -4. Yeah, if you don't mind that, you could do that move. Is Anthony fit? I think he'll play, yes. Okafor for L or Enzo. Enzo. Yeah, I'd go for Burn if you want to do that move, bro. Don't spam chat though, Burn, on YouTube, please. 39,000th overall, is that good? Absolutely, Josh. You know it is. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Best goalkeeper. I think David Raya is up there. I think Nick Pope's definitely a player to consider. I also like Sanchez and Robin Roofs. Evie says 3.6 million people are taking advice off you. I mean, they're just asking my opinion. Don't have to listen to me. But we'll see you in game week 38. We'll see you then. Enzo's not going to play today. Is he not? I think he will. Bruno won wildcard this week, Yads. Yeah. I've gone with Bruno. You will see me. I'll have a top 50k finish minimum. Yeah, sure. Absolutely go for it, bro. I'll see you up there. Why not starting Statch? We've gone for Bruno Fernandes instead. Against that Liverpool defence. We'll see how it gets on. We'll see. You're going to watch Rosenborg play? Oh, nice. Enzo won't fit, bro. Who's telling you that? Has an FPL flag put you off? You've been told what to do by a screen, mate. No, I'm waiting for team leaks. We'll see how that gets on. If he's not available, then he'll just drop the bench and Statch will play. No, the news. What news? What, that he didn't train on Thursday? Can Enzo play? Yes, absolutely. Kudus or Sarr on wildcard? I'd probably go Sarr on Jappel. I'm a bit disappointed I can't fit Sarr in the team for my wildcard, but I just can't manage to do it. What do you think about Semenyo? I think he's great. I think he's really great. I'm planning to go against him for the next 4 weeks, though. How much in the bank? For my team, it's 0.6. Rating teams are smaller? No, I never rate teams on deadline streams. I do have independent team rating streams midweek, though. So go make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well for those videos to come out. DCL or Yao Pedro? Yao Pedro. Donnarumma, Van der Ven, Senesi, Burns, Xhaka, Semenyo, Kudus, Reiner, Saka, Salah, Gyökeres, Haaland, captain, -4. Yeah, that seems really good. That seems really good. Isak and Eze or Saka and Bowen? I'd go Saka and Bowen. Any Enzo news? Nothing yet, Joe. Nothing yet. We'll see how we get on, though. I'm surprised you got Fernandes on wildcard. I don't think he's worth the price. Yeah, a lot of people will say that. I think it's kind of love and hate with Fernandes at the moment. I'm gonna stick with him and see how it goes. This is exactly my team from wildcard. That drastically surprises me. I don't know. Is it the exact one? I have to go now. Bye-bye. No worries, Bomb. No worries. Should I keep Gyökeres or get Saka in? I do really like Saka better than Gyökeres. I would consider that, Roy. What's your overall rank? Check the top right of the screen. Bowen a good choice, says Harry. Yes. Hi, bro, says Jun. Gabriel... No, Rai, Gabriel, Romero, Senesi, Bruno, Kudus, Reiner, Semenyo, Pedro, Haaland, Gyökeres, subs, Dubravka, Xhaka, Rodon, Anderson. 2 free transfers, 0.6 at the bank. What do I do? I don't think there's an immediate transfer you need to make, to be honest. You could even roll there, or you could perhaps make a Saka move and sell someone like Bruno Fernandes. Fair 31k in the world before this game week. Nice, Jack. Let's go, dude. 3 Arsenal defenders. Yes. It is. Is Xhaka to start and Reiner's bench good? Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't. You taking it Salah next week or soon? Or taking out Salah? No, I've just brought him in. He's not... he is not leaving. He's just been brought in for the wild card. Will Enzo play this week? I think he will, but we'll see if we get any news. We'll see. We will see. Is a midfield of Bruno, Mbeumo, Rice, Semenyo, Kudus good? Yeah, I don't mind that. It's maybe a bit heavy on United. I'll maybe only have one of those. Arsenal 3, Fulham to score in the 88th minute. James for the prediction there. Start 3 this week out of Sarr, Rodon, Enzo, Senesi, and Richards. Enzo. We'll see if we've got news on Enzo. But Enzo, Sarr, and Richards. Should I bench Caicedo? I don't think so, no. Calvert-Lewin on wildcard is crazy work, right? By the way, I know. It's very risky, but we're going to go for it, dude. Team. Yeah, no news on the Chelsea assets just yet, guys. I mean, we're still like 35 minutes away from the deadline here, so we'll have to wait and see. Enzo isn't playing. How do you know, Jack? You do not know that. There aren't any leaks or anything out at the moment about the Chelsea lineups. Don't believe what you see. It's a very unlikely thing that we do get Chelsea things, team leagues, but we'll see how we go. Get Semenyo in, bro? No. Going against them for 4 weeks. I don't know, lads. Mukiele, Rodon, Calvert-Lewin on wildcard. It's definitely will, but seems very risky. I mean, the whole thing with the team is everyone rotates beautifully with each other. Anderson will come in for his good fixtures and will play in the defence, and it will go back to a back three. But yeah, I think once the next weeks come along, you'll kind of see the rotations in order, how things work and how things look with the team. It looks really good. Calvert-Lewin seems slightly risky. I don't think so, you know. I think, yes, it's risky in the sense you're playing him, but like, in around 40 minutes, Sunderland News are playing Newcastle under 21s in a league game, says Omar Alderete. Omar Alderete, are you playing today, mate? You need to tell us. Should we bring in Kevin Mogs? He's got to start soon. He has to start. He has to. We'll see if Connor comes back and chat for that one. Yeah, Pedro, bro. Yeah, he's decent. Surely just go Obi as your third thought to save as much money as possible. They're both the same price, I think. Yeah, we don't know everything on Enzo just yet, so we'll see. One silly goal received by Arsenal and you'll be crashing out. I don't think I'll crash out, but I'll be a bit disappointed, yeah. No, I think Arsenal have got really good chance of clean sheet opportunity going forward in the next few weeks. In fact, probably the best in the league. So we're going to go triple Arsenal defence and see how it goes. We can easily replace Julian Timber or Gabriel with someone else in the coming weeks if we choose it was a bad idea. Haaland is injured, mate. No, he's not. Yeah, I don't know, Omar, if he'll start. I think he trained yesterday, though. Apologies, didn't realise Guy was also 4.3. Yeah, he dropped like a stone, mate. He dropped like an absolute stone. What do you think about triple captain Haaland? I don't like it. I'll be honest. I think Everton are a team that are hard to break down. Maybe we expect that to be unlocked a little bit by City, which was why I've got him captain. But yeah. Yeah, decent show. I've swapped Kudus for Sarr on wildcard. Decent move, Mogs. Sarr's data is pretty nice. Sarr's data is lovely. Timber to Senesi, game week 12/13 is on for me. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a move I could definitely do. I think I could also go to Semenyo or Evan Nielsen at that point. We'll see how Clivert integrates back into the Bournemouth team as well. Perhaps penalties are taken off Semenyo and we look more Clivert. But yeah, Semenyo is in brilliant form. I just think the next 4 weeks I can go against him. DCL, what the helly? Yeah, risky, bro, but we're going for it. Start Juve or Senesi? I'd go Juve. I would, you know. I would. Munoz, Gabriel, Saka, Sarr, Strand Larsen, or Gehi, Van der Ven, Salomon Tiggy. I'll go with the first option there, Daniel Scott, with Saka. Not a fan of João Pedro Mogs. Chelsea fixtures seem nice. Only to have one player. Yeah, I mean, I can't afford João Pedro. I just can't afford him. I understand he's a popular pick in FPL, but he's not had a shot in the last 3-4 games or something like that. So we'll go against him for a little bit. We'll see how it plays. Got a free hit in 11 though, so maybe I can pick him then. Reinders is mid. I think he's okay. Is Dubravka, Rice, Mukiele, Leeds centre-back as a bench boost worth it? Yeah, I would consider it. Get Bruno out of your team to fit him in. No, I want Bruno in. Will Neto start? He's a doubt as well. He didn't train on Thursday, same as Caicedo and Enzo. Sam says, what do you think about Jarrod Bowen? I think he's a great option. Hop on FC26. No. Not the time to hop on FC26. I've been playing Battlefield lately anyway. It's been really fun. What do you see in Bruno? I see brilliant data. I see Manchester United looking better going forward. I just think it will click at some point. He's massively underperformed his data, and we're going to go from that. It is 9 million. It's expensive, and I know a lot of people are not as keen on it, but we're going to play Bruno over someone like Stacking this week anyway. Do you know what I mean? I think the reach the points are there. I think with the early kickoff, the Chelsea doubts won't start. I don't think a few hours will make a difference with injury, in all honesty, no. Yeah, I can't see any leaks in particular. Who to bench, Reinders or Njai? Njai. Taking a punt on Somerville, good fixtures. You could do that, actually. I don't mind that. You should play on the left, shouldn't he? He should play on the left. That's not that. I did bench boost. Nice, dude. Nice. Richards or Dan Burn? This week, I'd go Dan Burn. Calvert-Lewin gang, let's go. Nice, dude. I wonder what his ownership's like. 1.7%, that's crazy. I thought it would be much lower than that. Will Chris Wood play? I don't know, honestly. It could be Jesus up front instead. It's really difficult with Forest what's going to be lined up with. It's just so hard. That's a good team. Thank you. I'm not sure if I should sub Reinders off and sub Enzo on. What should I do? I'd play Enzo over Reinders and hope Enzo plays. I mean, if he's injured, he's not going to play at all, so then Reinders would just get auto-subbed on if you had him first on your bench. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Salah has been stinky so far. Yep, I think from now onwards, Liverpool will start to kick on a little bit and improve. Really, I'm benching Reinders for Njai. Njai is attacking and Reinders is, without Rodri, is a bad FPL pick, IMO. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Absolutely do that if you want. I perhaps think the opposite. I think City look really good defensively. Reinders, you know, with Everton being so tough in the box, I think maybe some longer shots from Reinders. We'll see what happens, but yeah. No, I understand your thought process there, Connor. It's a matter of opinion for that one, I suppose, isn't it? It's not like absolutely objective. FPL's never objective, though, is it? Alderete is injured. Same with Jadon Anthony. Should I start them? I mean, Alderete trained yesterday. Anthony is in a few predicted lineups, which I've seen. He's already put a pre-match graphic on Instagram, so I'm going to assume he's available. Both of them, in fact. You know what? I just had a look and actually don't hate DCL for 5.5. Actually, decent differential. Yeah, I mean, the data is good, but it's always the case with Dominic Calvert-Lewin that he's just he really depends on like having a purple patch almost. I think he will come good at Leeds. It's his data will catch up to him. He just needs to finish a bit better, doesn't he? Per 90 data, please. Will Enzo play today? I think so, yeah. Maradashvili says Jack Mack, Timber, Gabriel, Gvardiol, Saka, Semenyo, Sarr, Kudus, Haaland, Valdemar Bowen. Would you change anything? No. I think if that's how you want to line up, I think that's pretty good, actually. Dubravka over Sanchez this week. No, not this week. I still don't understand why people can't play against their parent club, because there's like City own Jack Grealish. So therefore, Jack Grealish could have a motivation to play bad within that fixture. So that's why it's kind of not allowed, if you know what I mean. Just travelling by says, hi there, would you pick Valdemade or Bowen? And would you swap Virgil for Gabriel? I would rather have Bowen at the moment than Valdemade. I think longer term it's better. You're a bit safer with a transfer there for a longer term one. And would you swap Virgil for Gabriel? I'd play Gabriel, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for the autumn heart on TikTok. That was a lovely gift. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, it's a lot of autumn hearts. Thank you so much. It would be a conflict of interest, right? Yeah, absolutely, punk. I mean, it's like you could easily. It's gonna happen all the time, innit? W Orange Apple for real. Oh, it's Orange Apple. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Thank you so much, Orange. Thanks for the reply. Absolutely no worries. Yeah, shout out Orange Apple, everyone. What a guy, man. Absolute legend. Gibbs White or Paqueta? Paqueta, I think, is an underrated asset in FPL. I really do. Right, I'm back. My cat stole my phone. Hope it didn't do anything silly. It did a little bit, bro, but I really appreciate that Orange Apple. Legend, bro. Absolute legend. How about Enzo? Can anyone tell? I mean, with Enzo Fernandez right now, if you're worried he's not going to play, if you're like, I don't want to play him, I don't want to transfer him in, just don't do it. It's safer to do that way, and I absolutely understand your decision. However, I'm going to play him this week. If we get a team leak that he said he's benched, Stack will come in instead. Absolutely no worries. Advise me, I want to sell Reinders and buy Enzo. What would you be advice for me, please? I would wait. Mogs, is it true what they say? Welsh birds are filthy. Charlie, I'm not going to comment, but I'll just nod my head ever so slightly there for you, bro. Would you sell Foden to Semenyo? No, I wouldn't. You'll notice with my team, I'm going against Semenyo. I think his ownership is very, very high, and I'm going to go against him for 4 weeks and then look to bring him back in game week 12 to 13. Top man. Yes, Charlie lad. Aiden says, who do I play, Vicario or Debarca? I'd go Vicario. I'd bet on Spurs there. Bruno to Enzo. It's a risky move, but you absolutely could do that. Saka and Valdemade or Gyökeres and Reinders. Saka and Valdemade. I do think Saka is the much better option there. All in on Arsenal defence will give your team some big swings. We'll see. We'll see. It's not going to be Salah's year for FPL. It doesn't have to be his year. I'm just going to have him for a few weeks and we'll see how it goes. I think Liverpool will start to kick on a little bit now. I really do. I think Isak's very much full fitness now, so yeah. Enzo didn't train. We don't know. I mean, we do know he didn't train on Thursday. We know that Matt talks football, but what we don't know is if he trained on Friday or not. So we can't say he didn't train this week because we don't know what happened on Friday. But I completely understand the thought process with that. I'm surprised not many people are going for Bowen. I absolutely would love to go for Bowen, Charlie, but I just can't afford it. Who do you support? Sunderland. I've only just realised bro has Salah in his wildcard team. Nah, Mugs, please. Bro, let me cook. Please, let me cook. No Bournemouth or Palace players? No. Not just yet. Not just yet. I'm a smoggy, ha ha ha. Oh, did you won yesterday, didn't you? I swear you won yesterday. That team is getting 40 points. Nah, bro, don't say that.
Semenyo for Saka G? Nah. Gakpo or Bruno captain? Gakpo or Bowen captain? I'd probably go Bowen there if you're going really differential, bro. It is lol. What is lol? I'm still deciding between Semenyo and Haaland for captaincy. I'd go Haaland. Matt, I'd go Haaland. That 3 in the mid, Bruno, Salah, and Reinders. Nah, I don't know if I can back this, bro. You don't have to back this. It's not your team. It's fine. How come no Calafiori for Arsenal? I think Timber's better. When you watch Arsenal, honestly, just watch Timber, right? He ends up in the box, and it's like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, I think minutes for Timber and Calafiori a bit kind of hit or miss, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah. On my bench, I have Semenyo, Njai, Pope, and Calafiori. What do you think? That is crazy on a bench. I mean, I hope you're bench boosting. Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the next 4 for Semenyo are the 3 of them are away. The hard games, some of them apart from the Forest fixture next week. We'll see how we go. Lads. You should put Roofs in goal. He's been super good for me versus Wolves. Yeah, I absolutely love Roofs. I mean, you can tell by the top I love Roofs. He's insane, bro. Honestly, he's insane. But I need a keeper who's going to play pretty much every single week. I feel like Schlott might start Isak and Ekitike. I think he'll start Isak, definitely. 35-point challenge with Mogs. Do you think Enzo will start? Yes. If you don't want to start him, you don't have to. You don't have to transfer him in. I'm going to because I'm not particularly scared of him not playing because I'd have him longer term. Semenyo in for Bruno, surely? No. No, bro, sorry. I know that's a popular player and everyone loves him, but I'm going against him for 4 weeks. And I think it's a valid data back pick that I'm going to go for. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, please, Semenyo in for Bruno. No. No matter what you say, guys, I can't lie. I'm not changing the team. Give me reasoning for Bruno. We already have spoke about this, I swear. I think going forward, Manchester United have looked a lot better. I think there's real quality there. Bruno Fernandes, I think his passes have been fantastic. He makes progressive balls all the time. He's a really big part of that attack. His attacking data has been really good, and he's actually underperformed massively his data. So I think it's only a matter of time till he starts kicking on and gets consistent returns. I like him as an asset. He's just kind of like... Quality question mark? What is, sorry. I've seen the Man United boss thing, Ransom, but the stuff that comes out all the week about Amarin and stuff, a lot of it's just bullshit, bro. A lot of it is. Start 2. Van de Ven, Senesi, Richards, Van de Ven, and Richards. Should I bench boost Van de Ven, Kelleher, Juve, Rogers? I would, yes. Consider that, yeah. Definitely consider that, dude. We're so close to 4K likes as well on TikTok. Keep double tapping that screen, everyone. It really supports the live. Liverpool fans, and we leak a lot. In fact, I think we'll win. But yeah. I think United will score as well. Just put the blood in the pipette, bro. I don't put blood in pipettes. That's not what my job is, but sometimes it is. I put serum in. Wildcard team for George. Let's give us George's team a little rating here. Pope, Dubravka, Mukele, Anderson, Juve, Timber, Gabriel, Saka, Semenyo, Reinders, Enzo, Stack, JP, Haaland, Voldemar. That looks really good, actually. That looks really good. Damn, if Arsenal concede 1, you're screwed. Yeah, you could say that. I think for the next few weeks, though, they are the best defence in the league, so we're going to go for them. Bruno's back in the wildcard team. It's bold, Punk, I know, but, like, I don't mind him as a pick, honestly. I'm like, it's hit or miss with me. I like him some weeks. I don't like him other weeks. I think that's just Bruno as a player. Manchester United is just, like, that team. But I think it'll start hitting soon. I do think so. Do we know if Caicedo will play? We don't know fully, Luke, no. We've got 14 minutes till the deadline, everyone. 14 minutes to the deadline. Cliver in, I would wait a week. I'd wait a week. Why Salah? I like Salah a lot for the next few weeks. I think his fixtures don't look too bad. Possible captaincy options coming up in the few weeks' time as well. Captaincy is super important in FPL, of course. So I like to have those options. Juve is a punt, has very good attack and returns. Hoping Nuno sorts him out defensively. I think you're right in thinking that, George. I really do. I like Juve a lot. I really do. Start Bernard Richards. I'd probably lean slightly towards Richards because I think defensive contributions are more likely for his position. Dan Burns likely to play left back. I'd probably go Richards just about there, but if you think Newcastle have a good chance in a clean sheet, go for Dan Burn. Thoughts on João Pedro, guys? I don't mind him. His fixtures coming up look really great. I think it's decent. Mogs, please don't have a Sunderland player and triple leads just to accommodate Salah and Bruno. Just put the ego aside and put some menu in for real. There's no ego about it. There's none. It's literally, who do I think will get me more points in the coming weeks with this setup? And it's this setup here. I think this is great. Do you prefer Richards for price or Munoz for returns? I think both of them return quite nicely. Richards for his price is really underrated. Munoz is probably my favourite Palace asset, just behind Ismail Sarr. Saka or healthy Palmer? I mean, Palmer's far from healthy, so Saka at the moment. But healthy Palmer is a good player, yes. Doku or Caicedo? I'd go maybe Caicedo this week. Yeah, I think I would. If he doesn't play, then you've got Doku. It's a riskier one, but I would maybe consider that. Palmer out for 6 weeks. Yeah, I know. That's why he said healthy Palmer. Reinders or Enzo? I'd go Enzo. And if he doesn't play, then obviously get Reinders off the bench. Is Valdemar good? Yes. Hero Cat says, should I transfer Van Dijk out for Gabriel? You could do that, yeah. Will Alderete start? He trained yesterday, it seems. So I think he has a good chance of starting, yeah. I think so. Is Enzo fit to start? We don't know yet. Caicedo or Kudus? Ooh. I'd go Caicedo. Is Caicedo fit? We don't know yet. No team leaks coming out either. We'll, of course, keep looking out for it. Yeah, I can't see any leaks overall. No leaks. Prediction for Leeds Burnley. I think it'll be a really cagey game. I think there'll be goals within the game. Not too many though. For me, Leeds come out on top on that fixture. If Endo doesn't start, are you going to transfer out or start triple Leeds next week? I mean, we can look at next week if you want me to simulate that for you. Probably be the easier way to do it. Hold on, that was... Right, there we go. 2 seconds. Start Richards or Rodon? Richards. Henderson or Petrovic? I'd go Henderson. Van de Ven or Senesi? Van de Ven. Yeah, Orange Apple, for your question next week, if Enzo was injured, I'd be more than happy to go like that. And then differentiate the Arsenal defence into Dubravka as well. Start Richards or Rodon this week as you're on wildcards. I'm going to go for Rodon with the money. For the money option. Triple Arsenal defense, crying face. Yeah, bro. It's a bit out there, but I quite like it. Bench boost Worth, Njai, Mukiele, Richarlison, Dubravka on the bench. Yes, I would consider that. Enzo fit, says Toby. We don't know yet. I'm constantly looking for you guys through different means, but I can't quite see anything yet. I'm going to... We'll keep looking for team leaks for yous. Madueke fit? No, I don't think so. Bruno will get a red card and miss a pen because he thinks it's funny. I don't think that'll happen. Richarlison starting. I think he's got a great chance of starting. Yeah, I do. I do. Start Richards or Senesi. Richards. For me, Palace win this game. Richards is really great for defensive contributions. I think he's got a better chance of a clean sheet in this game as well. Obviously, it's at home for Palace, which is always a nice little bonus for them. They seem to do quite well at home. Obviously, can't beat Sunderland at home, though, can they? Key man. Should I bench boost with Caicedo and Alderete? I don't know what the rest of your bench is, so I can't exactly say that, but it looks strong as you're saying it there. Be concerned, though, about the flag on Caicedo. He might not start. What's team value? It should be... Oh, on the top right, you mean. That's team value. TV is team value. Anthony starting or out? I think he could definitely start. Swap out Salah. No. No. Bro, I can't lie. This team is just absolutely sticking. There's nothing that is going to change it. The only thing that will change is if Enzo is definitely out, then I would go stack in. You know what I mean? 3 Leeds players, yes. This is the kind of reasons why you're 3.6 million. Again, I'll see you in game week 38, mate. No leaks just yet, lads. No, sadly not. Don't start Salah, you're too sexy. Ah ha ha. Bro, I'm gonna do it. 3 Leeds is mental. Yes, it is. Don't copy me, please. Paqueta. Paqueta is a really great option. Yeah, I like Paqueta. Somerville for stack, 7 minutes to the deadline. I mean, I like Somerville. I don't mind him. Your team is Aspro. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Captain Haaland or Yao Pedro? Haaland. Bruno or Enzo? I'd go no, Enzo, sorry. Starting. Why Semenyo? I'm going against Semenyo for 4 weeks' time. In the next 4 weeks, Semenyo has 3 away games, and they are difficult games. He's got a Forest game at home, which is really nice, though, which I'm a bit scared of. But overall, I think he's, in the next 4 weeks, not going to be as good as he has been for the rest of the start of the season. After that, though, I'm definitely bringing him in. Alderete going to start. He trained yesterday. So I think he's got a great chance of starting this week. Mate, that team is horrendous. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Belieber or Henderson? Henderson. Why endorse? Endorse what? Kept Bruno on wildcard. Yes, Trafford lads, I did. Start Pope or Dubravka, says George Kent. Pope. I'll go Pope. Salah's not even going to get 15 goals this season. Really? That is quite a bold prediction, isn't it? What is wildcard? So wildcard, you're allowed to make as many transfers as you want in a week, and you keep that team moving forward, which is what my team is this week. It's the utmost importance you do not start Salah. Bro, let me be. Pick 2 to start. Van der Ven, Rodon, Senesi. Van der Ven and Rodon. I've just been called them out. Thanks for that. Terrible team. Cheers, Riley. Hope you prove us all wrong. Yeah, I do as well. Awful. Cheers, Riley, again. Appreciate that message, bro. No news on Enzo? Nothing yet, no. Sadly not, bro. You think Semenyo will get points? Yeah, absolutely. But I think in the next 4 weeks, I can afford to go against him.
think he's drastically overperformed his data. I'll be quite honest there, and that does worry me going into more difficult fixtures for him. Of course, if you're not bothered about that, absolutely go for him. Absolutely go for him. Appreciate you coming on here and giving tips. I mean, I just give my opinion, Lauren. No one has to listen to me. In fact, I advise you not to listen to me. Just go for the team you like to go for. You'll enjoy FPL much more that way, and that's how the game should be played. Okay, fine, but just to save your PR, Mogs, do you want to put my team on instead? Nah. Mogs, you should get Kevin. Club record signing, looks techie as fuck for about 12 minutes. Wait, I might get Kevin then. I'd call Palmer, but transferred him to Semenyo. Nice one, Felix. I think it's a decent transfer. Of course, Palmer's out for a really long time now. Really long time. Can't lie, Salah hasn't been performing. Yeah, I agree. Well, Mogs, any team news on Chelsea? James and Pedro running late. Hope you're well, brother. I'm well, mate. It's great to see you in. Haven't had any Chelsea news, and I don't think we're going to get any, in all honesty. We'll kind of keep a lookout in the next 2 minutes or so, but again, I don't think it's likely. Do apologise. I can't get any team news this week. We're gonna keep looking. We're gonna keep going. But yeah. Yeah, I can't see any team news, guys. Really sorry. I mean, if he doesn't play, just have someone on your bench as first on the bench, just in case. Low-key, Kevin looking a better option than Salah. 100% you provide the info or opinions up to us to what we do with it. Your team looks great. Good luck. Thank you so much, Punk. Yeah, it's always great to play FPL your own way. Just because I make content and I talk about football doesn't mean I'm right. You know what I mean? Just make your own team, guys. It's how the game should be. Richie or Semenyo? I probably lean more towards Semenyo this week to kind of save against the effective ownership. If you own him, you probably should play him. Agreed. I respect Mogs for doing what he does. Not like Let's Talk FPL, who crumbles to chat every week. I don't watch, obviously, because I stream. I don't watch any of the deadline streams. I don't know. I don't know who does the streams now. I'd imagine like all the big boys still do it. Do you recommend bringing in Enzo this week for Xavi Simons or someone else, or just keep him for another week? Enzo, we don't know, honestly. We honestly don't know if he'll start or not. We've got 1 minute to the deadline. You probably don't have enough time to do the transfer anyway. But if you want to, go off the stream now and do exactly that. Go sort your teams out. Stop messaging in the chat. Come back to the stream after. By the time my question gets to you with the delay, it's going to be a bit too late. Yaps for an hour about nothing. Mogs gives good insight, and that's why he's my favourite. Thank you. We're going to refresh the page. Make sure everyone is set. Everyone is set. Ready to go for game week 8. Few seconds to the deadline, boys. This is FPL. We're back. We're back. We are back. Bruv, Fulham is going to rub it on Arteta. Nice, dude. Mogs, make sure to swap to your real team now, lad. Yeah, I'll do it off stream. Right, that's the deadline, everyone. That's the deadline. We're going to stay on stream for a few more minutes, though. We've got about 15 minutes. Half an hour. We'll see how we get on. I put Jake O'Brien in my team because he's a good threat for headers. Yeah, I mean, the fixture's not too great this week, but I've noticed he gets quite high on the left-hand side as well. Gets quite high. I've got so many cameras and stuff in front of us. I've got my juice like around the corner here.
Blood didn't answer my question. Oh, sorry, mate. Thoughts on Winky and Dipsy in for Lala and Poe? I think that's a good transfer, George. I do. Sunderland versus Wolves prediction. I reckon we win 1-0. There we go. There we go. Now show us the real team, bro. I hate to say it. This is the actual team. No, I'm happy with it, man. I'm happy with it. Leeds fan. Yes, absolutely Leeds fan. That's why I'm wearing a Sunderland top, Ryan. No, they rotate really nicely with the squad, bro. Of course, I'm not going to play all three in a week unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, very much a rotational players. Oh, no. We'll skip past that one, George. Don't want to get banned. Have you been surprised by Sunderland's start to the season? Absolutely, Punk. Absolutely. I mean, do you know what it is? Like, from the first 3 games, when we had the 6 points, I was like, I thought we'd only have, like, top 2, 3 points at most. We've done amazing. We really have. The signings have been unbelievable. I think if we can get past the slight injury scares that we've had this week with Noah Siddiqui, Alderete as well, I think we'll have a good performance today. Hopefully 3 points. At home, it's always going to be massive for us. It's always going to be big games. But yeah, I'm honestly so pleased with how we've been this season. So pleased. Just got to do well in some of the harder games. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Never had that 58-year-old pensioner in the team in the first place. I know exactly who you're talking about as well. You know what, I'm going to put this juice here. Why you got 3 Leeds players? They rotate really nicely with the players in the squad, bro. Rotate really nicely. Will Anthony play for Burnley? I think he will, yeah. For everyone on TikTok, by the way, it'd be greatly appreciated for today if you could go over to my YouTube and subscribe. I'm super close to 1,000 subs. It would mean the world if you could do that today. That would be amazing. Do you rate teams on X? Not in today's stream. I haven't got it set up for my team rating stream. But midweek, I might do a team rating stream, though. 3 Arsenal defenders? Yes. Yes, Rangers. It is. It doesn't look like anyone will smash you. Keep yourself in the game. Gives me Sheffield United vibes from a few seasons ago. Yeah, I think with us in the Premier League now, like, especially in the United game, in the United game, it was really bad performance overall for Sunderland in terms of passing. We were so sloppy with it. So yeah, I wasn't happy with the performance overall. I still think we performed well after the 2 goals when we changed system. When we changed the system, we absolutely matched Manchester United. We just weren't clinical enough. But yeah, I feel like this team will weirdly score points. I hope so. My nan rotates nicely on her stair lift. It doesn't mean she's starting in my team, Mogs. How much is she in FPL, Orange? I might get her. Is she cheap? She's probably like 14.4 though, isn't she? Do you think Riot is worth the price when you can move to an Arsenal mid like Rice? Yes. We're mainly just going for clean sheets here because in the next few weeks I really think Arsenal have amazing potential. Can't be calling lads Nan's cheap. He's been cheeky in YouTube chat so I can say what I want. No, Orange Apple knows it's all love, man. George, that's the second red, bro. That's the second red card for George in YouTube chat. Orange, do the honours. Give him it. You're the ref. Why do you still have Salah? I like him for the next few weeks, bro. I was really debating whether going Salah or Haaland, but we've gone both. I took Enzo out. Wow, Harris. Have you benched him, though? Have you benched him or have you actually transferred him? Enzo on the bench just leaked. Damn. I mean, Stack will come in. I'm fine with that. Good, I benched him. Yeah, that's fine. Wildcard. Are you a Leeds fan? No. Early shower for you? Absolutely. George is saying sorry now. That's fine. I'll see myself off now. Yeah, George, you're off, bro. You're off. What would you do if Burnley win 5-0? I'm probably going to watch the game. That'd be quite a good game to watch, actually. I don't think that'll happen, though. Studs are showing off, mate. I think what we've done there, Orange Apple, is we went to VAR and we've actually just banned them from the Premier League. Yeah, not a Leeds fan. I can't remember if I said I'm Sunderland fan, mate. Sunderland fan. Hope Goodmanson has a goal or assist since I got him on. I think Goodmanson's really decent, you know. I really do. I was debating possibly going for him, but I went Rodon instead. I hope Caicedo plays as well. Yeah, I think he will, you know. I do think he will. Yeah, I've not seen any leaks about the Chelsea lineup guys on TikTok, so I don't know if what you've seen is perhaps false. Yeah, there's nothing Chelsea related just yet. How are you going to watch a 3 p.m. kickoff, Mogs? Because I'm in Hong Kong right now, and I have the streaming services of Hong Kong. We'll go with that, eh? We'll go with that. Enzo on the bench confirmed on Twitter. I can't see that, bro. I can't see it. Have you got an account I can look at? Any source? I can get it up. Yeah, sure. Hong Kong. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? 我好想讲冰箱已经冰淇淋。我想红冰淇淋. See, there you go, mate. I'm in Hong Kong. And that's not even racist, because that's genuine Chinese at Hong Kong. Think I'm in a hotel adjacent to you. Oh, yeah. Have you got your Fire Stick in Hong Kong by any chance? Yeah, I'll show you one sec. No worries, mate. Imagine having an FPL TikTok account and having the team that terrible. Oh, no. Imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine that, JP. Wouldn't be me. No, that's a red, bro, for speaking Chinese. What do you mean? That's actual Chinese. It's John Cena's thing where he talks about ice cream. Josiah Stir. I can't find that account for some reason. I'll keep looking on. I'll keep looking on Twitter. How many points you on overall? I'm not too sure. I think it's like 379. Nah, actually, I've never seen that John Cena bloke before. You're chatting waffle. Yeah, he's a bit invisible, but 472 I'm on. That's crazy, bro. Let's go, man. Are you like bloody like first in the world or something? What's going on there? Enzo flagged, but I left him on with Rice first sub. Yeah, I think that's wise. I'm on 460, says Captain. You must be like up there, because that's like crazy points, isn't it? No, I'm 45k right now. That's still brilliant, though. Just seen you go into a massage parlor, Mogs, in Hong Kong. You sure you're going to make a 3 p.m. kickoff, mate? I'll make the kickoff if it's in 5 minutes. It's gone. You know what I mean? No, I'm on... Oh, sorry. They say avoid early kickoff. Yeah, Gandhi's famous rule. I've just had a leak on Twitter that N'Golo Kante starts for Chelsea. Don't know if that's particularly true. Ayo, what do you mean, Orange Apple? Ayo, what? I was ranked 662 game weeks ago. Where you at now, Kieran, bro? Enzo playing? Is Enzo playing? I don't know yet. Right. Orange, I haven't done anything. I'm top 33 overall in my mini leagues. Hoping I can keep this up. Me too, bro. That's amazing, man. Need to take a drop off. Take it easy, Mogs. I really appreciate you coming in, Punk. It's been great to have you in, man. Thanks for stopping by as well, bro. Amazing, bro. See you later, Punk, dude. Isaac a mad one. What is it? Is a transfer, you mean? I don't think so. I mean, Schlott spoke really well about Isaac. What is this team? Yeah, what is this team, man? Best 4 mil defender. I like Mukiele, who's on my team. 1 millionth. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Salah benched. Yeah. I've just had the leak for tomorrow's game. I have Isak to start with Haaland and Voldemade. That's really nice. Salah's just retired. Let's see your team. You can see it, bro. You can see it. It's real, I promise. It's not an illusion. I've just had the team leak. Anyone with 3 Leeds players gets a 2-week suspension. Game's gone. I plan to roll the next 2 weeks anyway, so it's fine. Is this yours? Yes, this is mine. This is my team, I promise, yeah. I still can't see anything about Chelsea yet. No, we normally get something, no, don't we? What time is it? I reckon in the next 10 minutes we'll get something about the team. Why is it so bad? I like it. I like it. Is Enzo not out? I don't know just yet, mate. I think like 10 minutes or so we'll probably get the team. Obviously the deadline's passed, so it doesn't matter, but... Mogs, what do we get if I win your mini league? What will I get you? I don't know. I don't do prizes with mini leagues because in the FPL rules you're actually just not allowed. So I don't want my mini league to be like taken down, but I think we can do it on the sly, you know. I'm 100% sure Enzo is out. Yeah, I'm still looking, but got Schlott on the blower and it isn't looking good, Mogs. Bro's team is still when you try maximise price rises at the start of game week. Do you know what? I did pretty well with maximising team value on wildcard, you know. I hit a lot of price rises. I see Leeds players, I'm happy. I'm guessing you're a Leeds fan, bro. Hello, first time here. I just like and subscribe to your channel. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Big love, bro. What do you plan for bench boost, or have you already used it? I've only used wildcard for this week. Nothing else has been used. My bench boost is planned for game week 16. Game week 16 is the plan. I roll my 2 free transfers this week. Is it okay? My team is Dubravka, Rodon, Diouf, Van der Ven, Njai, Salah, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Richarlison, Haaland, Verbruggen, Nico Williams, Dewsbury Hall, Mark Yu with 0.5 in the bank. Yeah, that looks all right, you know. Rolling your transfers as well, that seems wise. Got to go, lad, but have a good week, and I'll take care. You too, Orange Apple. You're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT, bro. Really appreciate it, man. We'll see you through the week. I'll try to get a midweek stream going. Enzo might be injured. Yeah, he might be, yeah. I'm still looking around for players the team to be leaked. Chelsea haven't posted anything yet. Your team is really good, to be fair. Thank you, Tibby. Oh, Tibby, you said the... what did you say? Sorry. You said about the apps updating. Yeah, it'll do that for the deadline. It'll probably not be ready till like close to 12ish. Why has he got triple up on Leeds? They rotate brilliantly with the rest of the assets in the squad, brother. So that's why we've done that. Okay, I've just never looked before. Yeah, after the deadline, it always updates. That's why I'm not like touching my screen right now, because it'll just refresh and ruin everything. Triple Arsenal defense is a bit ballsy, but I would have done the same if I didn't have Saka. Yeah, I think on a wild card, there was a unique opportunity to go for it, and I think like Arsenal are the best defense in the league. They've got some good fixtures coming up. I might as well give it a go. But you know, if it doesn't work out and maybe Timber starts to get benched for Ben White, with Ben White coming back, we can absolutely move one of the Arsenal defenders on and get someone else in. You're not worried about Enzo not starting? I think he will start personally. That's why I've got him in this current lineup. And if he doesn't start, I don't think he'll be on the bench. I think he'll be fully rested. So therefore, I'd get my first bench asset in Statch. I've only got double Arsenal offence when they started the bottle it, bringing in a Liverpool defender. Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. I think the optimal route is to have double Arsenal offence and have Saka in. But with this draft, I couldn't afford Saka, so we've went the triple instead, really playing that upside for the Arsenal defenders. We'll see how we go with that. I think it's strong. I really do. Good team, says Jamie. Appreciate that, Jamie. Right, it's here. We have no Enzo Fernandez in the squad. It's official. So that means I will get Statch on the bench in this current 11. So here's the Chelsea lineup, guys, on YouTube. I'll try put that on TikTok. How could I do that on TikTok? Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Add source. Window capture. Sorry, I'm quickly trying to do this for yous. If we can. There we go. That might be a bit scuffed, the placement there, but we've put it on. Can you see that? But there you go. Enzo not starting, but that was what we're waiting for. Caicedo bench, is he? Ah, shit, he is as well. But yeah. Right, I'm going to head off now, everyone. Stream's finished here. If you're on TikTok, feel free to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. We're so close to 1,000 subs on YouTube. But we're going to end stream there, everyone. Really appreciate everyone for stopping by. It's been a great stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. But yes, go over to the YouTube. Subscribe if you can. Really appreciate it on TikTok. Thank you very much, everyone on TikTok. And YouTube as well. We'll catch you this week with some videos. Again, massively appreciate everyone coming by on the deadline stream. It's a really fun stream today. But yes, appreciate everyone. I'll see you in the week. Bye for now.